On you guys, so today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video we will be talking about 2020 Prizm basketball. We do have some information about the release, and then we do want to talk about strategies and who to go after and all that type of nitty-gritty stuff. But before we get into that, I do want to say, as you all know, we have our winter sale going on, and we actually extended our Christmas sale one extra day. So if you guys would like, you can use code Christmas for 20% off. Now, we recently launched our Platinum membership for high-end investors. Now, we've been absolutely killing it in these past 3 weeks since we started. Not one investment has gone down. In fact, many of them have absolutely skyrocketed. We bought these Anthony Davis 2012 Prizm PSA 10s for just $1,400 around 3 weeks ago, and they're currently roughly $2,200, so that's a quite big increase. We had a huge increase on a few other cards, and then some have gone up a little bit, and then some have flatlined, but we have not had any gone down. So we've definitely been making a lot of money in our Platinum membership and in our normal membership, which is Premium yearly, Deluxe yearly, and monthly. But as we've said before in a lot of videos, if you guys would like to make the most amount of money you possibly can in this market, click the link down below, use code Christmas for 20% off, and without further ado, we're going to hop right into this video. So as we can see over here, we're going to go ahead and scroll up a little bit, sorry about that, but as you can see, on March 3rd, we will be getting 2020 Prizm basketball. So obviously, currently we have draft picks out, which is, you know, obviously a set they released prior to the actual pro jersey. Normal Prizm, it's basically called. People just referred to it as Prizm, and then Prizm draft picks. But as you guys can see over here, the scheduled date right now is March 3rd. As I've mentioned in previous videos, there is obviously still hope that it could arrive sooner. You know, sometimes we have seen that happen, which would be quite cool, but you can't really bank on that. Basically, until March 3rd, every time a rookie has a big game, every time anyone wants to invest in a rookie, chances are it's going to be their collegiate cards or Panini Prizm draft picks. So, you know, obviously a lot of people do get impatient and start buying the draft picks. I personally would not recommend it because as soon as Prizm normal drops, then draft picks will be going down in price. So as we can see over here, I believe we did get the parallels this year. There is silver, obviously green. So I believe this is pretty much the same as last year. You know, obviously things do change a little bit closer to the release date, but as of now, that's what it looks like. But I did want to talk about some rookies. So firstly, strategy. You know, obviously it's a great time to start to get in early. However, as soon as the release does drop, obviously not enough packs are open, so the pop reports are super low to start, and then they continue to go up as people, pull cards out of their packs. So I would definitely not be purchasing these cards when they do drop in March. Prices are going to be crazily inflated. It happened last year. It happens pretty much every single year. Prices come out. There's not many cards out there. People pay ridiculous amount of ridiculous prices for these cards, and then people continue to pull cards, sell them on eBay, and supply goes up so much that demand cannot keep up, and that causes the price to decrease. So I would definitely be very careful about that. But at the same time, when players do have big games, demand goes absolutely through the roof because everyone loves, especially in this set, right? Everyone's trying to look for the rookie of the year. Everyone's trying to look for that rookie that's going to have an incredible rookie season and an incredible career. So that leads to a lot of hype when a player has a big game. For example, when Zion returned last year, his first game on the court, prices went absolutely insane. Just because, people don't really know too much about these rookies as of now, and a lot of people say if I'm a Warriors fan, I'm really rooting for James Wiseman, and I want to start to invest in him. So a lot of stuff like that happens. I did want to talk about some specific rookies. Killian Hayes is my personal sleeper pick for Rookie of the Year. I believe he has some incredible potential. Obviously, with international experience comes a whole lot. People come to the league a lot more prepared, and obviously the Pistons, they need some change. They're willing to give him the minutes, and a lot of rookies do not get the type of minutes that Killian Hayes will get this season. So that's definitely a great pick. Obviously, that's he's not favored to win Rookie of the Year, but that's kind of my sleeper pick, and he is dirt cheap, I'm sure, unless he starts to play well before March, which I honestly think he will. But regardless, when Prizm Basketball Normal does drop, this is definitely some guy to keep your eye out on. And next up, I did want to talk quite a lot about Precious Achiuwa. So, wait, I am actually not sure how to spell his name, but I have watched him for quite a long time. I believe I spelled it right. Okay. Yeah, so Precious Achiuwa is actually on the Miami Heat. And I know you might be wondering, they have Bam Adebayo. How does Precious really fit in? But honestly, the Heat are giving him quite a lot of minutes already. We saw him in the first few games. He played absolutely phenomenal in the time he got on the court. So, I really think Precious Achiuwa, whether he has a breakout rookie season or if it comes a few years down the line, I definitely believe this kid has an incredible future. He does remind me a lot of Bam Adebayo. He plays with that drive. He plays with that intensity, that fire, and that's who a lot of teams, really need right now. For example, the Warriors need a guy like that. The Miami Heat have a ton of guys like that. So, as physicality really increases in the NBA, I really think guys like Precious Achiuwa will get a lot of minutes, to be honest. He just plays with incredible intensity. Kind of reminds me of a Draymond Green, Bam Adebayo type player. So that's definitely some guy to keep your eye out on for his dirt cheap prices. But without further ado, we're going to talk a little bit about James Wiseman, because obviously this man was the second overall pick. And this guy arguably has probably been the best rookie thus far. He's been dropping some incredible numbers. He's been playing very good defense for a rookie, of course. And he can actually shoot the three ball, which is very intriguing for a player of his size. It's hard to find that very often. And obviously James Wiseman, he moves like a guard, honestly. He moves more like a small forward, but he is a center. So that's definitely, a lot of people like Kevin Durant, like, Porzingis, who can move and have that size and have that strength. That's pure dominance if you can really stay healthy and work on your game. So if James Wiseman can continue to work on his game, stay healthy, this kid will be a problem. And he already has the platform in Golden State. Next year with Klay Thompson back, they could really build around they could really build a championship team with Steph, Klay, say they keep Oubre, trade Wiggins, Steph, Klay, Oubre, Draymond Green, and James Wiseman. That's a killer lineup in my opinion, especially with James Wiseman, improving quite a lot. Obviously, people have not seen him play much because he did not play many college games. Obviously, if his situation, he basically didn't go to college. He didn't really go to college. He played maybe one game. I'm not really sure. But he did not play any preseason games as well due to his sickness. So, obviously, he's definitely some guy to keep your eye out on. He will probably have an incredible rookie year. I believe his Prizm card will probably release, and his prices will probably be a lot higher than a normal rookie. But at the same time, this kid is the real deal. So I would definitely keep your eye out on James Wiseman. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next guy I want to talk about, which is Obi Toppin. Obviously, a lot of this, Obi Toppin has been hyped up a lot after his first preseason game. And, Knicks fans basically, simply put, they have not had that guy since Carmelo Anthony. They have not found a guy. Obviously, Porzingis they had for a slight amount of time, and then ended up moving him to the Mavericks after he got injured. But obviously, Obi Toppin could be the guy for the Knicks. Knicks fans go crazy when players have big games and cause their prices to increase like crazy. The Knicks have an incredible fan base, a diehard fan base, a huge fan base in New York. So when Obi Toppin does have that big 30-point game, I predict that his Prizm cards will go crazy just because all the hype built around him. Similar to LaMelo Ball. Obviously LaMelo is another guy. If he has a 30-point game, people are going to start to compare him to Magic Johnson, which is obviously kind of foolish, but that's what people do nowadays. And when a player like LaMelo Ball with that much hype comes into the NBA, one game can cause their prices to absolutely skyrocket, as we saw with Lonzo Ball after his second game. So I definitely believe there's a lot of opportunity getting into players with this hype, like Obi Toppin, like LaMelo Ball. So I definitely think that's a very, very good buy. Obviously, considering his prices come out reasonably. But without further ado, I definitely wanted to talk about Cole Anthony. He's on the Magic. He will have a huge opportunity this year to carry the team as a rookie, which is very rare to find. A team that is willing to ride with their 15th overall pick. Cole Anthony can flat out score. In North Carolina, he averaged like 18 points per game. He's an incredible scorer, an incredible player. Reminds me a lot of an Isaiah Thomas, the Celtics. Isaiah Thomas, obviously. I really think he can, he doesn't have size, but he does have heart. He is an incredible shooter, incredible scorer. So I definitely believe Cole Anthony will have an incredible rookie year. But thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you guys would like to go ahead and join our program, click the link down below. Use code Christmas for 20% off. Thank you guys so much. Let me know down below what other rookies you guys are looking to invest in, because this is a very exciting time when people start to bet on rookies and see who turns out to be the rookie of the year. So there's a lot of chances for prices to go up like crazy. But thank you guys so much for watching. And other than that, I'm out. Peace.